Hi, creative geniuses. Today we're going to be making a homemade portrait. A portrait is a piece of art depicting a person, especially the face and head. Now, our portraits are not going to be an ordinary portrait. The most general are painted or drawn, but we're going to be making something that's homemade and something that's called an assemblage. What do you think of when you think of homemade? I'll give you a minute. Okay, how about an assemblage? To assemble. To assemble is to find some found objects, and in the art world, an assemblage is when you find objects and arrange them so they create an art piece. We are going to be very resourceful, meaning we're going to use our resources or what we have available to us. Whether we're at home or in the classroom, we're going to use what's around us. Our Creative Geniuses art kit contains the things that you need for today's project, and that includes sketch paper, a pencil, some colored pencils or crayons, a head template, some home object templates, and a glue stick. Some other things that you might want to grab are scissors, miscellaneous home items if you're at home, or a digital camera or cell phone camera. We have some stories that we're going to recommend for our beginners or intermediate level students. We have a couple books here that are available for read alouds on YouTube, or you can go to your library or local bookstore. We will provide a link for the read alouds on YouTube. And the artist's name that wrote these books, his name is Adaptable. And so the two books are My Dog is as Smelly as Dirty Socks, and My Friend is as Sharp as a Pencil. He has a few others if you do some research that you might want to check out. If you decide to read the books, here are a few questions that you can answer. I want you to think about, how did the artist create his pictures or his art or illustrations in the books? And also notice, what objects do you see that you might have at your home in his pictures? If you decide to bypass these books and are at an intermediate or advanced level, try drawing some different objects you might find in different rooms of your house. I took my sketch paper and I cut it in the shape of a house. I then stapled the pages together up at the top along the roof line, and on each page I labeled a room. So I have about 5 different rooms in this book. You can certainly have more or less. It's up to you. It's pretty personal how you do your book. And on each page, I just thought about the things that I might find in that room and I sketched them out. If you are working at home or have a chance to gather belongings at home, this is a good time to go through your house and find little things that you could use for your artwork today as we assemble some portraits. Before we get started in the actual art making, we're going to connect our minds to some artists that make some portraits similar to the ones we're going to make today. The first artist, his name is Adaptable. He's the man that wrote the books that we recommended for the YouTube. What kinds of things do you see in his pictures? How do you think the artist made the artwork? Imagine and walk us through that process. Here is another artist, Giuseppe Arcimboldo, and he makes paintings similar to those of Adaptable, but a little bit different. Can you view these artworks and list some similarities and some differences that you see? And the last artist featured in our video today is Jen Hardwich. What do you think the certain pieces that she used, why do you think she used those for like the nose, the mouth, and the hair? Who do you think the person is in the pictures? What does the pieces that were used and the overall artwork say or convey about this person in the picture or this character in the picture? We will now begin to make our art masterpiece, our homemade portraits. Now, we're going to be maybe in different settings. Some of us might be at home, some of us might be in class, some of us might be beginners, and some of us might be really advanced artists. No matter what level or where you are, we're going to have some variations. Here is just one thing to keep in mind for the different levels. So beginners can just make a general person and focus on the shapes and piecing together to make a face. Intermediate levels could do a picture of themselves. You would then add one item that has personal meaning to you. And then, lastly, advanced students may want to explore either celebrities, role models, characters, or sports figures. And they will think more conceptually and put more thought into what the items that were used and how they convey meaning about the person being portrayed. So here I am at my workstation, and for our Creative Geniuses students, we have a pre-made, pre-cut template of a head. Now you can certainly do one on your own if you have computer paper or construction paper, but if you'd like to use ours, this is available to the students. And so the most basic, first level way to do these portraits is you'd use your template, and we have pictures cut out. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of puzzle them together and play and see what we can come up with here. Interchange them. And so I have all these things that I might find around my house already cut out. Ooh, what could that be? And so I'm gonna pick through them and see what I can come up with. This almost reminds me of a mustache. But if I rotate it or turn it, it could be spiky hair. Oh, I'm seeing it come to life. I have these earrings of my mom's. Make sure that you ask before you take people's things, please. Oh, I see it now coming to life. Oh, maybe this is something in her hair, like a little hairpiece. And what would that look like? Well, that's pretty fun. What if we change the hair? What if we gave her a new do? Oh, is that cute? Add a little of this. And what else can I add? Maybe some freckles with some crumbs that we found. Breadcrumbs. I know I have another coffee bean for the eyes. Eyebrow? Maybe just one eyebrow. Oh, kind of fun, right? So that's a very basic beginner's level. Another thing that you can do is you can use your pictures that you drew, color and cut them out, and then you'd have some great pieces to work either with these pre-made or just on their own. You can draw directly onto the face, or lastly, you can actually find things around your house. I went around my house and I found little things that reminded me of certain parts, like this clam that I got on vacation. We have it just on our bookshelf as decoration. It looks like a mouth. So maybe if I set it a certain way, this could be like a loud mouth. Hey! And we have some eyes. What else would I like to add to this? What would be good? What do you think? I have a napkin I found in the kitchen. I might tear it and make some hair. That's pretty fun. And then A great idea would be I could draw this from life, or why don't I snap a picture, print it, and frame it, hang it on the wall as art. All right, we're done making our art masterpiece. Now what's next? There's still a little bit to do. Take a really good look at your artwork and you're going to give it a name, title your artwork. You can find a fan, like a family member, a friend, or a pet, a fan of your art, and explain how you created your masterpiece today. Tell them why you chose the items that you used and how you put it together. Intermediate levels and more advanced can start to explain the significance of the personal items that they used in their piece, or explain how the items reflect a deeper meaning about the person in the portrait. Or better yet, have your audience guess what they interpret in your art. Finally, you can frame, photograph, and share with fellow creative geniuses. You can go on our Facebook page or by emailing gina@wearecreativegeniuses.com. It's really awesome when we can share and see and view what other creative geniuses are making, and along with showcasing our hard work. We hope to see your pictures.